No, man, and then they're talking about maybe sending everybody a stimulus check again. Remember, like Obama did that
Yes, he's talking about a good a G note or something.
back when we got creative with taxes a couple of years. I know that was the year that he sent them. Um,
Right.
because I
He's
remember,
supposed to be what I think they give a ballpark, but he said it's not for everybody. I'm thinking this is probably more people that can't work. Like if you're working, they're probably not gonna give it to you. I don't know.
I don't know. It was interesting because I had heard everybody over 18 that's not a millionaire. I heard that as an option because then I also heard that you might get paid for, like, say, someone that works at a restaurant, like a waitress. They were saying you might get that restaurant might get bailed out by the government so they can pay you for the week that you didn't work. But then on top of that, the government might just drop, $1,000 check to everyone over 18, in the country. So we'll
Yeah, we
see.
talking about people like eight. I mean, they got to be employed, or it's like, I mean, or is the homeless guy who just happens to be 18 and some gonna be getting a G note in his pocket? How they gonna find him to give it to him? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know because when Obama did it, it's the same shit. Like I don't know if it went, who knows how it went. But however they decided that, maybe it might be the same way. I'm not sure.
Right. Yeah. I also heard that anybody making less than 50 grand a year or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've heard that too. So, and then I was like, is it just the people that aren't working, or I want to give a quick shout out to fucking Mark Cuban, man, boss of bosses. That's how you do it, man. Mark Cuban is the owner of the Dallas Mavericks.
Yep.
People also seen him on Shark Tank. One of the judges up there. It's a mogul billionaire, excuse me. Um, but shout out to him, man, for fucking continuing to pay his whole fucking staff that in the stadium as if they were still working.
Nice.
He said, "I'm paying them throughout the whole time. As long as this shit goes on, they're getting paid. It's not a thing. You know what I mean? Like
That's dope.
the only one to fucking do that. You know what I mean? You had one, the guy Kevin Love. I think he's in Cleveland right now. He donated the basketball player. He donated $1 million of his own money
Yep, I saw that, and I
towards
saw
towards paying.
who's the guy that dunked really well and he was on the Clippers.
Blake Griffin.
Yeah, he donated as well, and then people had brought up a good point where they were like, why is the basketball player donating and not the fucking owner of the,
The
and
owner.
I feel that.
Right. That's why I said Mark Cuban's the boy. He's the only one I'm hearing about. Like no other fucking team is doing this for their employees.
Right.
What the fuck is that about? Cheap bastards, man.
Oh
It
yeah.
just shows you, man. Some motherfuckers, man, you see little time of crisis is mine, mine, mine. That's why it's two clips, double tap, nigga.
Yeah.
You
But
know, and that's
it's interesting too because I see both sides of it because there's that the people that can pay should pay, but then you got people who like now they look at this as an opportunity to fuck up their rent. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people online. Man, Twitter's crazy. Twitter's an entirely different
right.
world. But seeing people like, "Yo, my landlord said I got to pay rent this month," and it's like, well, yeah, that's like that. What?
But
It
not,
does.
but they put a what you call it out. They put up until I think May. I think it's May. They're putting a hold on all foreclosures and evictions.
Yep.
So niggas, and I was thinking about that when they said that, and exactly what you're saying. I said, I guarantee there's gonna be people acting stupid, like,
Yeah.
well, we just do whatever because now, especially if there was like this all hit in a time where maybe a landlord's like, I'm about to evict his ass
Yeah.
right now, and then that shit hitting is like, no, you're not, and then now he's got a fucked up tenant that he can't get rid of for the next
Mm-hmm.
3-4 months.
Oh,
It's
you
pretty
you know
fucked
that
up.
it's definitely saved a couple of people. Like I'm sure
Oh
there's
yeah,
people in certain situations where there's like, oh, couldn't have happened soon enough.
right, right. Celebrate, nigga. COVID. Let's have a COVID party.
I'm telling you, man, I am so happy that obviously I did it like it's been 6 or 8 months or whatever, but dude, I'm so happy that I'm in my spot because I couldn't imagine if someone's like in the middle of buying a house right now. You would just be in complete limbo of like, yo, is this happening? What are we doing? Are people stopping work? Like, who's coming out? Who are we really be able to get this shit done? Never mind the people that were trying to get married, the people trying to go on vacation,
Right.
yo, that there's somebody because it happens like this because of the amount of people that we have. That there's someone like, yo, I'm going to fucking Vegas. First time in my life. Alexa, stop.
Right.
I'm going to Vegas first time. Bro, they shut down Vegas casinos. All the casinos in
That's
Vegas are
crazy.
shut down. So
Listen, we were
that
trying
there's
to go to Vegas
someone.
this. We were trying to go to Vegas this summer. I was like, well, we might as well think of something else because that's probably not gonna happen.
You might as well go for a
It's like because
staycation.
if right, because if it's like yeah, the summertime is when we were trying to go. But the way this shit is going, it's gonna like, okay, what they say, we're all good by May. I wouldn't even trust still going anywhere.
No, I'm
You
definitely
know,
gonna do some like chilling out because China, they had trucks running 8 deep down the fucking street spraying whatever they were spraying out of the fucking trucks. Yo, I haven't seen no cleaning going on. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen no
right? I know I
government.
know when you see footage in China, it's like, yo, when we doing that? Well, I know they're doing bans like on the major road here in Campbell Ave. They're banning one side of the road.
Okay.
And my mother's like, "What's that for?" I'm like, I said, I'm hoping it's for what the fuck I was seeing
Yeah.
in China, that they're gonna just start coming through and fucking sanitizing the streets and spraying everything down.
That'd
Like
be
they don't fuck
nice.
around out there, man. Like yeah, they had an outbreak, but they're like people are fucking soldering themselves in their homes, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Like welding themselves sealed shut.
Damn.
It's crazy. Like
I know, and
like
out
that's
here we're doing the like, fuck that shit, I'm gonna go to the bar. You know, where it's like, dude,
right.
someone's gotta
I
take it
mean, the
seriously.
silliest thing we did was on Sunday because we had some couple friends came over, but we had a couple. We usually do the parade. We didn't do it, so we had a couple friends come over.
Yep.
But and it's kind of like the book. But as the week goes on now, and look more, it's like, all right, now that's it's more settling and more in, because I said I'll be the first to admit that it was that. Yeah, I don't know. It don't seem that crazy. I don't know. Hey,
Bro,
let's have a good time right now.
you are the last episode is asshole risk taker. That's what you called yourself. You said I am an
Yes.
asshole risk taker.
And that was it right there. And it was like, then the sore throat hit, and I was like, yeah, I'm done with everybody. I'm fucking started panicking, got the doc involved. I'm
Yo,
gloved up, nigga, about to go on try to buy a mask as soon as the show's over.
for real.
Have you seen the mask? How's that looking on Amazon?
I didn't because, like I said, man, I still got some in the stash from when I went to California. I had bought one to wear. I had bought some to wear on the plane because it's just kind of a normal thing. Whenever you go somewhere you've never been before, you're probably going to be exposed to germs you never had before and get sick. And it was nice, man. I
Right.
went, I wore the mask, I didn't get sick. But no, I haven't
Nice. That
looked them
shit
up.
happened to me in Michigan, man. As soon as I stepped foot in Michigan, I got sick immediately.
Yeah,
It was a February, so I mean it was colder, but it was like, damn, what the fuck? I'm not used to this cold, I guess. I
yeah.
don't
Now
know.
it's shit like that. Like if it's a place you've never been, it's probably just something's gonna touch it that's never touched it before.
Oh,
Um,
then you call the cops.
right?
Oh man, but nah, I'm woke up. I'm just just seeing. Like I said, I don't know. Like they said, what's like the common flu, but it's like, are people dying in drones like that from the flu? I know people die from the flu,
Yeah.
but this shit is like pneumonia and times two almost. I guess it
Yep.
fills up those lungs, man.
Yo,
And
and as
drowns you, basically drowns you.
and each day that goes by, our number's been almost doubling because, like I said, the tests are now getting done faster. Where before they were saying they could do between 4 and 12 tests a day, now they're doing hundreds a day, and now every
Right.
day our total of people that have it are.
Now, do they give you the results right away? Does that work like
No, they
that?
say some places was like within 48 hours. Some places was a week up 3 to 5 days up to a week, and
Oh Jesus, you just sit and wait. And
just wait and
I mean,
bleed.
KD found out pretty quick,
Well, I mean, certain people
That
have some
was.
money.
I know, but it was but no, I mean, I guess he came out because that was about a week now so
Yeah.
his results probably came back in a week because they tested all those guys immediately.
I'm telling you, when I see the drive-through testings, I'll do that. You know what I mean? But because even same shit. I got a text message from the doctor's office talking about we have COVID-19 testing at our office, and I'm like, well, I don't want to go there because everyone that thinks they have it is there. So
Right,
that's
right,
not where
right.
I want to go.
He's like, I gotta wait for the symptoms. Like when I told him, he's like, listen, you start getting shortness of breath, man. That's when you just call me.
Yep.
Call me immediately. That's the only thing. Fever, shortness of breath. Those are the main two. He said because what it is, it's the pneumonia type. So it drowns it. Fills up the lungs.
Yeah.
So in time, he said it's not. You're not gonna be like shortness of breath. All right, it's kicking in. I'm gonna die in 24 hours.
Yep.
Those are your early signs. You got to get there. The longer you sit on that shit,
Get there.
the
Get
worse
there.
you're gonna
Get
be.
there.
Yeah, right. The longer you be like, I'll be all right. It's okay. I'll be okay. Like in every movie you saw the guy that just died really slow, that's gonna be you.
Yeah. That
You know?
that last words fucking scene of just like, and
Right.
but I'll
He's
tell
been
you, 'cause
coughing for the last fucking 2 weeks. He's gonna die.
the people that I've seen that are sick in the hospital that have done videos, yeah, bro, they're not fucking doing okay. You know, like there's people like I said with Tom Hanks, he seems to be okay. He was up and out, you know, whatever. There was
Right. He
another
stays
guy I
fatigued,
saw
but
on TV
mm,
that certain people, it seems like, yeah, they're not doing too bad, but the ones that it hooks and it is doing bad too, like I said, man, I saw a couple of those. The woman that was in the hospital bed, just you know that cough where you're like, oh my god, there must be like a softball worth of mucus that I could throw out of your chest right now. It was rough.
oof.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that
that's
that's
crazy,
that's
man.
what I think more people need to see is the people that fucking the ones that got it. Look at them, and not the lightweight cases. The worst case scenario for like where you
Right.
don't want to be, where people are
Yeah.
like, I've never felt worse in my entire life. This is horrible.
Right. Yeah, actually, I haven't even looked at those people, man. And it's like, it's that brain on drugs commercials, man. You need to
Yeah,
see.
yeah,
Look, this is it. This is what's going on. This is the
yep,
ultimate, showing them black lungs fucking diagram for smokers. This is what happens.
yeah. And what
You,
I've heard
you,
too is something that I completely understand, and it's the whole devil's advocate thing of like, if we stop it, everyone's gonna say we overreacted. If it fucking gets, if it kills 2 million people, everyone's gonna say that we underreacted and didn't practice and didn't fucking prepare enough. So there's
right. It's
really
all
no
their
win.
fault.
But I'm down to
Right. No,
overreact.
they knew about it because I'm already hearing the conspiracies. They knew about this shit for years.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, dude, I saw one today. It was in an old video game of fucking. It was whatever old video game that was all about a fucking respiratory disease taking over, and the same logo was in the video game as this. And I'm just like, yo,
Oh,
I don't know,
man,
man.
it's
I don't
happening.
know, but
It's happening. There's a lot of happening with these conspiracies. That one was interesting, man. There was a book by a guy. Oh, fuck, what's his name? But it was from I didn't really look deeper into the book to make sure it was a real book, but somebody sent it. It was
yeah,
from
yeah, yeah,
1981, with the guys, predicted that it was going to be like. I mean, the prediction was to the point of actually being a respiratory infection coming out of Wuhan, going to be called the Wuhan 400. Like it was this whole crazy shit, man. Like it was exactly to the point. It was like, all right, now I got to go look for the book.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
is the book legit? Is that a real fucking thing that's in the book, or is somebody doing some internet fucking fluff?
Internet fluff. No, I feel you though. I saw that too. It's some Dean Koontz book, right?
Yes, Dean Koontz. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Yeah. So I'm just like, I mean, because that fucking the shit I saw highlight, man, that shit was spot on.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? But it says it's gonna kill it. But the prediction was like, it's gonna come through. It's gonna kill a lot of people. Then it's gonna go away almost as quick as it got here, and
Yep.
then it's gonna reemerge again in 10 years, and then go away again and never come back. That was the foreseen by Dean.
And the going away quick thing might be the summer. They're saying, hey, China got a handle on it in the middle of flu season, so we're going into the summer now. So hopefully, if it gets warm out, we'll be able to
Right.
knock it out
Kill
quicker
some of these
than
germs.
fucking than China did. But I'll say this too, because my birthday is in April. I always remember the weather in April. And April has not been fucking good to us the past couple of years. Dog. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that.
Yeah.
April has
But
not
I
been
tell you,
that like spring.
we're getting a little love these days. I feel like it's been less cold.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. Being out because working overnight and being kind of out in the elements is it's not as cold. We've been having decent days, and I think that's what's really fucking with people because it's like going to quarantine and then it's like fucking 7 degrees outside. You're like, holy shit.
Yeah, yeah. I know that
People been locked
that's
in all winter. It's like this is Northeast shit we do, man.
I think that will fuck us if the virus does not die by the heat by the summertime. Bro, people are gonna say fuck it. Like you're not gonna be
Right.
keeping people inside, and there's people now
With
that
70 degrees.
people are having breakdowns after 2 fucking days, and to me, I'm
Right.
like, bro, I understand that not everyone can be in the same exact position that I am, to where like I live alone, so I have my house how I want it, and I don't have roommates, and I don't live with family and stuff like that. But there's people that are like, oh my god, I hate being home. I'm never home. I don't know what to do in my own fucking house. Like, bro, you gotta at least have some part of your own house that you enjoy. Like, to where
Right.
people are home for 2 days, just like quarantined and fucking hate it, and this is the worst time of my life. Like, yo,
Right.
you should at
It's
least
like
be
if
able
you
to
gotta
build.
lock in, you start
Yeah.
binge watching something or something.
Right?
Fuck. Go binge watch, create something. This is when people should really. It's funny to watch a lot of celebrities. So all you see is them. It's like Jimmy Kimmel and
Yeah.
you know LeBron, did you see LeBron's thing? You know, him and his family all self quarantine, and he's like, you know, he's like, oh, I can't even see the barber. He's looking all rough, looking like a wolf a little bit. But it was a thing where he did when he looked up and underneath his chin, it was like a quick shot. I think he noticed it that how he had a bunch of white hairs. Like, damn, LeBron, you ain't that old, but you know, remember he was a grown ass man at 18, so
yeah.
he's already in like dog years. He's like he's like 52 or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Basketball dog years is, you know, niggas is 35, 30, you know.
They got
35
miles
in basketball.
on
It's like, God, you're right. Like, God damn, you came out of high school too. So you skipped 4 years of college and went straight on. But nah, it's just, you know, watching these guys and, you know, like I almost like, oh, I feel so bad. They just gotta what can they do in their mansion all day? You know?
I know, but that's the thing where I'm like, yo, you have a mansion and like you haven't curated it that you'd like to spend some time there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's nuts. There's people
These
where
guys
I'm
are
like,
finding shit out about their houses. Like, what?
Yeah.
When the fuck did that happen? When
that's
is
why
this here?
I almost feel like Drake did the right thing by like, yo, all I know about Drake's house, I know he has a basketball court. So I'm like, you know what? You probably got some other cool shit too. So he's probably going to be okay chilling. I'm sure he has a couple of biatches on deck, you know?
Right. Who wants to come over here? They got to get tested before they can hang out.
For real. They take the temperature at the door.
Temp at the door. Yeah, I had to do that when I stopped in this medical place, the old place I was working at, trying to score some gloves from some old connects.
Yeah.
But upon entry at the door, like, hold on, player. We do that temp check at the door.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
What'd you clock in at? What was the temp these days?
I was about 97.
Nice.
97.
Staying cool on them.
Yeah, I was staying cool in the motherfucker. Ain't no fever kicking.
Nice.
As long as I don't get in my head no more, because you know, motherfuckers can really work themselves up. I almost worked myself up to shortness of breath yesterday, babe.
Yeah,
It's like I did that, and I had to realize I was doing that to calm the fuck down. It was like I'm about to send my ass to the fucking ER. I'm having shortness of breath. This is it. COVID, get in here.
Shortness of breath. Pastry did that, so hopefully you won't have to go through that.
Lessons, nigga. This is lesson out the cookbook, babe.
Right? No, man, it's
man.
crazy in these streets, and I only see it getting crazier. But the weird thing too is everything is canceled. The fucking NBA's canceled. The NHL is canceled. Bro, WrestleMania.
Times Square is looking desolate.
Yeah, WrestleMania is a fucking shit show right now.
Right.
Bro, the
March
last
Madness. Oh, the seniors. It's ridiculous. Them motherfuckers are bleeding hearts right now. Like, this is a big one for a lot of. I mean, you even think about people that are trying to go into an NBA career or WNBA career.
And even I'll tell you,
like this is their moment to shine. That
I would say
get that
it's
draft.
even worse for the people that aren't. Because for some people, this is the end of their entire fucking academic and sports career. Is like, man, I got to make it to college. Okay, I'm not making it to the pros, but shit, man, let's give it one good last year, and then boom, done. Yo,
we're not gonna get a Cinderella story this year. The upsets, you know what I mean?
I'm not one of those people that I'm not one of those people that looks at high school as like, oh my god, it was the best time of my life. I had fun in high school. I had a good time. I have some good memories, but you got to think of how many seniors this year. Just right now, their schooling is over. It's done. You know what I mean? So there's plenty of people that grew up with everyone.
No prom.
Yeah, no prom, no nothing. There's plenty of people that grew up going to school with the same people from kindergarten all the way through fucking senior year, and just boom, now it's done. Like, you don't get to ease into it. No graduation. No.
Some motherfuckers been saving money all year to buy that tux. Yo, I've been saving all year to get this limo. I got a tux. We set.
Bro, it's almost like the fucking butterfly effect, because think of how many people had planned to lose their virginity on prom night. Now prom's not going to happen. You know, somebody was going to get pregnant on prom night. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
the butterfly.
Well, now with them able to be home and with having a parent that might have to work still.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. They don't worry. You got time now. You skip to the end.
Yo, and the thing too about people being home, there's going to be a lot of things found out. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be some beautiful reconnections of, oh my God, this is the person I was meant to be with. There's also going to be a lot of like, I don't like this motherfucker. Like, I'm spending more time around this person than I've ever been around this person, even though we've been dating. And
what about the people that decide to tell them I've been cheating on them for the last fucking as their quarantine? I've been cheating on you, and I'm gonna go hang with him.
Bro, I'm sure it's happening in the quarantine right now of just like, yo, who's texting you? You know what I'm saying? That those type of arguments are going nuts right now. Like,
late night Texas.
You
Who the
trying to
fuck is
sneak
that?
out? You got gloves? You got a mask? You got whatever?
Right. He got a hazmat suit on. So I'm about to go to the grocery store. You gonna see that bitch, ain't you?
Uh-huh. But yeah, but also on the positive side of it, man, there might be some people that realize that they want to change their life. There might be some people that,
It could help.
shit,
Yeah.
they'll be
They need to
home and
slow
just
down for a
like,
second.
oh, I got to take a breath, and this is not what I want to do anymore. You know what I mean? So hopefully,
Right.
because I saw what somebody said, super deep quotes, but it was, man, it was good. How they were saying like when Mother Earth is flourishing, humans usually aren't. And when human beings are flourishing, Mother Nature isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're doing too good, we're usually fucking up Mother Nature while we're doing it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
And what they're saying, Mother Nature could like kind of put this thing on us of like, yo, chill, I need a break,
Right. And you know what's funny? You said that because they were saying the reports were like the amount of pollution that went down in
Yeah.
China. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, and the amount of like different things that are happening around like part of nature wise, like things are growing in a way they never did because people aren't fucking it up,
Yes.
And it's taking that moment of like, hey, niggas,
Yeah.
maybe we, you know what's funny? My fucking barber was, because he's onto that. That's he has his theory of, he goes, I'm telling you, man, he said his theory is like, I'm telling you, man, it's we destroy this fucking earth, man. It kicks back on us,
Yeah.
Like, that could be something that, that just came naturally from earth. Like, you motherfuckers are killing me and I gotta fucking make you slow down. Here's an agent in the air. You niggas relax.
Take that.
Because he was telling me about, and then he got into some shit about a plant he read about, that this plant, he said, how smart plants are, man. I'm like, oh, we getting into this, dog? What you mean smart plants, man? Poison ivy type shit? Like Batman? And he's like, no. He's like, no, there's a certain plant that in order to pollinate it, it lets off a scent, for certain bugs. But there's certain bugs that come in fucking, for each different bug that comes and attacks it, it lets off a different scent that brings in the bug that eats those bugs. I'm like, what?
Whoa.
Shit was like, nigga. He's like, yo, they fucking know when they're being attacked. They let off a certain scent that brings in the bugs that eat.
They light that flare and let them know, like, yo.
That's the West, nigga. They fucking up.
You smell that? Come save me.
Yeah. So I was like,
Wow.
yeah, that's we really underestimate the shit that don't move. That's alive.
I mean, dog, it's Avatar. You know what I'm saying? The movie Avatar. Yeah. That's what it was. It's just that connection back to Mother Earth. Remember when I told you a couple of weeks ago before all this happened, because I kept watching like videos of like virtual walks, and I told you, I was like, bro, I feel like a calling, like I need to get back in the woods. I'm telling you.
Right. It's crazy, man. But because you think about it, who really fucks up the earth more than anybody? It's China, man, because they're so industrial. They don't really care about saving the planet. They just fucking drill and dig and bear, you know what I mean? And they have so many people and they're overpopulating. They're not even having anything left as far as fucking nature-wise.
Yeah, and how we're talking about face masks, that's a normal everyday life over there. And part of it is because of, like we said, there's people that are courteous when they're sick. They wear a mask so they don't get anyone else sick. There's also people that wear a mask because they don't want to get sick. But then there's also a lot of people wear masks just when they're outside because of the air quality, because it's so bad, and because of the fine yellow dust that gets in people's lungs and just fucks them up. That's just a part of life out there. Like how
fucking overpopulating, they want to create, and they just fucking destroy shit without kind of stopping and appreciating. It's crazy.
No,
I mean, we do the same shit here, but they do it on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
But we do recreational more. Like they don't, a lot of the. It's business, go. And that's why that's why a lot of the young kids in China over there, man, that's why they're fighting, because internet gets them on to like, yo, we don't want this shit, and we want that. We want fucking rights. We want to vote.
That internet gave them a peek of like what the rest of the world is like, and they're like, whoa, you've been lying to us forever. The rest of the world is, what we want to be like. Right.
You've been telling us fucking America's a certain way forever. Now we can see now that, no, you're telling us the government part. We're looking at fucking normal citizens like, yeah, I want that lifestyle. Yep. I want a fucking house and a pool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're happy. They got dogs. They're cooking on the grill. They're fucking high-fiving their friends. Like, here we are, fucking sweatshop. Get in, get out.
Uh-huh. With suicide nets outside the window, so if you jump outside of the fucking building and try to kill yourself, you can't. Like, shit is real over there, man.
We need you to work, nigga. Don't need to die. I can't die.
No, but I do agree with the take on it of I think it is just Mother Nature being like, yo, or of course, maybe somebody created this in the lab and it escaped, whatever.
Right.
But
One
I
of the
think
two.
in
Right.
general, regardless if it happened, I think Mother Nature needed it anyway. They're saying that the canals in Venice are fucking clear for the first time in like
Yeah,
50
I heard that
years.
too. Yeah, it's like, whoa, look at these. Yeah, because niggas ain't fucking it up, man.
Yeah. But and that also speaks to how it also speaks to the world that we could live in if we did take climate change seriously. Like Leonardo DiCaprio's been yelling at everybody for fucking ever about like, yo, chill.
Every time he wins an award.
Yeah.
I want to take this award ceremony and take the time to tell you to save the planet.
For real.
So why do you niggas always take that time to do it though?
I know. And then hop on your private jet when you step out of the building. So it's a little, the message is
right. You want to really get the message across, nigga. I want to see you go from fucking Compton to fucking LA on horseback, nigga. I don't let the message get out there, B. One hood at a time.
That's what Lil Nas X was trying to do. Just Lil Nas X was on horseback trying to make it happen.
Right. You did step by step and it's hoof by hoof, nigga.
Real.
You want to be about that life, that's why you can never. That's always funny when you got like a millionaire that's like, we gotta do this and save that, and it's like, and then jump in their fucking private jet. It's like talking about spending money wisely and you throw it away. I'm bullshit. I'm butlers.
That's why even Bernie Sanders, now he wanted it to be 2,000 for every person. He was like, Trump trying to give 1,000 every it's not enough. But then also people came out with this where they're talking about, with rich people donating, everyone giving money away. They're like, yeah, but what if that shit doesn't cover people? It could, maybe the government will help and they'll cover people's bills this month, with that $1,000 check, whatever.
Right.
But say this shit doesn't go away next month and bars aren't open next month. Bars aren't, it's one of those like, this shit might be that Andrew Yang shit of like, yo, maybe we can give $1,000 a month to every fucking human, and dog, he's Asian. They're blaming the Asians. Now the Asian wanted us to have $1,000 a month, and now we're getting bars. What does it mean?
It means the cloak is being drawn over our faces.
Oh, dude, there's so many. Have you seen some of those memes? And they're not I call them memes, but they're not memes in terms of being funny, but they're just, words on top of a picture, but they're like shadow government exposed. Although there's a whole list of like
famous quotes.
Everyone's third eye's about to be open.
Right. It's conspiracy guys loving it. I knew it, man. This is it. I fucking told you guys.
Yeah.
It's like the pothead from the 70s. I knew it was going to be legal one day. They live for these moments.
Yeah. No, it is. Like, that there's some people just fucking loving it because of what's happening. They love the madness. And I'll tell you, sometimes I feel a little bit sick while I'm doing it, but it is that, like I said, man, that after 9/11 glow of like, man, the world was a nice place then. And hopefully this is another shift in consciousness of like, damn, maybe we do need to treat the world a little bit better. Maybe we do need to, change things up a bit
cleaner,
to where
keep it a little cleaner. Let's keep our germs to ourselves.
There's that, and a lot of people are saying, oh, dude, I can't imagine any gyms like surviving after this, like any workout places. Like, bro, as soon as I can, my shit is canceled forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not happening anymore.
Like, I'll get back to you, niggas. Like, I know I gotta call them and see. Like, so y'all gonna be close for months, but you still gonna take a breath from me, right? Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. But I think it could be, a change of. They were saying, now we need a ton of ventilators. Like, that's the big thing, is because how, your doctor was telling you, man, if you can't breathe, if it's shortness of breath. So we need all the ventilators we can possibly get. You know who makes our ventilators? China does. So
every fucking thing we get, man.
Exactly. So that's what, man, people are out there saying like, yo, we need to take a real hard look at like, look what happens in times of need. What we don't have it. It's not Trump going like, oh yeah, we got a bunch of it, just don't give it out. You know what I'm saying? It's not people being assholes of like, we have a ton of it, we're just not going to give it to you peons. It's, we need China to build us some more and send it to us. Like, that might not be the way to go.
It's crazy because we fucking, if you think about it, mind is blown up. We are the biggest fucking facilitators to them destroying.
Yeah.
You know, they produce all these companies, warehouses, all this other shit to fucking make Nikes, you know, make fucking watches, make all this shit we get that they have these factories and factories and factories that they're fucking pumping all this shit into the air. It's like, yeah, we're helping because we're the biggest fucking consumers in the world.
If Elton John does not do a remix of Circle of Life, this is all for nothing. You know what I'm saying? We need an updated Circle of Life.
Right. Johnny, get on the horn. Get him in there. Jesus Christ.
Throw this fucking guy in there, I'm saying. No, man, it's gonna be fun. Hey, and you know what else? Tom Brady's a fucking Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
Tom Brady. Yo, that was what I saw today. They said, let me get this right. 2020 so far, question mark. Kobe Bryant died.
Yeah.
The best player in Boston Red Sox, they traded him. Yeah. Tom Brady's a Patriot. COVID breakout. Niggas is dying. And it's only March. I got that right so far?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I know this year has like...
It's a weird start, man.
Yeah. I had posted on Twitter, I was like, yo, is this what 2012 was supposed to be? Like, because remember when it was like...
No, who was fucking the P? P was talking about like, hey, I like that shit I put up, son. It's movie 2012.
For real.
See?
I was like, yo, was that the thing where they were talking about? Well, the Mayans didn't have the leap year? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it?
It's 2020. They couldn't. We didn't get it right. Not a 12, it's a 20.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, man, did somebody write it a little sloppy and we read it wrong? What the fuck?
We got a miscalculation? Oh, okay.
Because I almost feel like, yo, is there any possible chance that this just ends and then we have a great, next 6 months? I don't know. I can't picture it. I almost picture like the chaos is just going to keep going. Like I can't picture almost like I can't picture before 9/11 anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't.
It's just because you're seeing it's just the ugly side of people when they really have to fucking, hey, let's all look out for each other. Neighbors are like, fuck you. You probably got it, nigga. You probably need toilet paper. You ain't get out. I ain't giving you a roll.
For real.
Because there's people I know that were, like my brother's wife's, her brother, his wife, she's a big couponer. She's a big couponer.
Oh, nice.
Those people. So they've had a basement full of shit already.
Dope.
So a nigga could probably go shopping over there, maybe.
Yep. I respect that tactic. Oh, but man, there's people going nuts online because there's a lot of men and women that do that and then they'll sell it online. But there's normal people and then there's price gougers. There's people that are online like selling it for $2-3 whatever it is because they got it for free, so that's their profit. Normal prices. Then there's a woman I saw on Facebook, and I have to say her real name. You know what I mean? Like we're not trying to shame anyone, but I have to say her real name because I'll tell you what she did, then I'll tell you her name. She was selling I almost said flavored, but it was a scented it was a scented fucking hand sanitizer.
Yep.
It was a scented hand sanitizer. It was like cinnamon, whatever, with notes of whatever.
Vanilla.
It was one bottle. She was trying to sell it for $10. Everybody just, went nuts. Like I'm reading the comments. I'm not getting into arguments with nobody on Facebook, marketplace. Right. But, I'm reading the comment. Everyone is just trashing her. Her name is Beverly Mullet. Her name is Beverly, and her last name is Mullet. So, and then I'm like, of course, Beverly Mullet is trying to fucking price gouge. Bro, and this is the thing, too. She didn't have a ton of them. She had one. It was probably the one that was sitting in her fucking house, and she's like, I'm going to get $10 for this. Like, disgusting.
Motherfuckers got $100 for sanitizer. I seen a 24-pack of the minis. 24-pack of mini hand sanitizers, $100.
Wow.
Like, what are we doing right now?
Yeah.
And like, somebody's going to buy that. Somebody that's fucking, it's worth it. Just buy it. Get it.
But you know what's crazy that people don't understand? And I get that that's for when you're out and about. Bro, washing your hands in a fucking sink is a lot better. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And I'll tell you, when I went to everywhere I went, normal hand soap, push on the side of the sink hand soap was there at every fucking spot I went to. That shit wasn't dragged out. And They got that, like the stuff I got in my bathroom is 89 cents from Target. It's just the fucking whatever. It, smells like lilac, whatever the fuck it is.
Right.
All that shit's available.
Vanilla notes.
Yeah. But people just want the people, they heard Purell and they went nuts with it. Like hand sanitizer, got to be that. Like, yo, you can go wash your fucking hands. It works better. I get for on the go. I get that, but
right. But you stay clean in between, and then turn on the new fucking Childish Gambino album because he dropped an album in the middle of a crisis for people. He said,
nice.
I didn't hear it yet. Probably take a listen to it at night.
I'm sure he'll have something. He always usually has something provocative.
Right, a little provocative. Might get a little fist high in the air. Get a little Cap remix.
He definitely has. He's got some pride.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Righteous young brother.
Right.
But yeah, just one sandwich at a time, niggas. That's how you survive this shit, man.
No, that's the other thing I saw too. And I know people make jokes, but there's also some people that are dead ass serious when they're just like, I ate it all already. Like, my stash is gone. I fucking I had too much food in the house. I ate it. I'm like, man.
Right. It's like the pothead super and you got food and it's like this is supposed to last a month. You smoking that good shit, nigga. Is that hungry stream? Fuck. Hungry stream.
You get that one fucking pothead that does the thing where they get too high and then they're like, yo, let's just mix it like all together, dude. Like this will taste good. Dude, it'll just the pasta and the chicken nuggets and everything just in one. Like then you just right? The smorgy.
Listen, niggas just need to behave the way I used to treat my plates as a child because I needed sectional plates. I couldn't eat, my shit couldn't touch, nigga. And that's what people need to do. Just stop touching niggas and get a sectional plate in your life.
Nigga. The invisible enemy can be defeated by a sectional plate.
Telling you. That's what enemy can be. Listen, it's true shit, man. Compartmentalize your life, nigga.
I like it because the other thing too is people will go nuts, like, mask up, gloves up, wearing a hazmat suit to go in the fucking grocery store. They'll shop, and then all those items they'll just take and put them in their house. You know what I mean? It's a thing of like,
right.
And because I'm not saying I remember every time either, but the amount of like vigilance that you must have of like. You got to remember, everything that you just bought was in the place that you didn't want to be. So everything you bought, you got to try to wipe down.
You got to wipe everything down. It's like, I'm safe now. No, it's droplets. It can live on the items you're grabbing.
Yeah. Droplets of truth.
Yeah, man. Listen, the best one I saw was the lady. Did you see the old black lady? She was funny as shit with the plastic bag on her head.
No.
She had her own shit. She had plastic bags around her shoes. She had like tape around her ankles for the plastic bags. She had this big jacket on, tape around her waist kind of. She had a ShopRite bag, like a yellow shopping grocery store bag over her head with like a hole cut out to the side, and she had a regular mask, medical mask underneath. But yeah, she wasn't playing. Yeah,
she had one hole cut in one ear just so you could barely hear. That's amazing.
Yeah, she was just like, I'm out here, I'm peeking out this one hole. Like, I trust none of you niggas. You fuck around with somebody that's older too, and then all they gotta do is tell them, old people are the ones dying, grandma. Oh, fuck that.
Yep.
She's strapped in the best way she knows how.
That's amazing. No, but one good thing that the stores are doing is they're trying to do specific hours just for elderly people, which is cool, Right.
Keep them in their situation. It's probably gonna be at 5 a.m. That's usually their time.
Yeah. It is cool though. You see spots of light in the fucking crisis whenever there is one. Like, stores coming together and doing things like that. Of like, listen, from like, because I think it was Big Y and Stop and Shop. They were like, listen. After 7:30, everyone could come in. They were trying to make like 7 to 7:30, people above 50 and high risk people. So it's a cool thing that people will come together part way at least.
Right. Just do your part, people. I'm trying to do my best and do mine, and hopefully, nigga don't got it, and hopefully, I don't come across a nigga that got it. That's all I can, That's all the fuck we can hope for, nigga.
I know, that's it. And and hopefully next week it's just better news. But unfortunately, I do think, and one of the things that the lady had said, that was Trump like comes out and does his speeches with a gang of his squad for the pandemic squad, and one of the ladies, she did say, she was like, it's probably going to look a lot worse before it gets better. And I get that, because how we were talking about more people getting tested, so it'll probably it's going to end up looking crazy. But then,
because a lot more people are going to show that they have it. And,
yeah,
I mean, the guy Donovan Mitchell for the Jazz, he was like, I'm fine, everything's good here. Update, I don't feel anything.
Yep.
But the nigga full blown got it. See, he's in the HIV stage.
Right.
He got
oh man, that was the other thing. There's also certain celebrities that they don't know to it's not your place because it can't be taken seriously. Magic Johnson came out and he did, on his Instagram or whatever it was, and did like an inspirational speech. Bro, you're not the guy to do that. Maybe if you want to get really, really real and be like, yo, I beat AIDS, we can beat it. Like, yo, that's what you need to come with.
Look at me.
Yeah, don't come out with
told
like,
me I had 5 years to live. Look at that.
Don't come out with like, hey, this is Magic Johnson. I just want to tell everyone out there, wash your hands. Like, no, you can't come out with no robotic shit. You got to be like, yo, I beat AIDS and I believe in us. We can beat, you know what I'm saying? You need to do that.
Hi, I'm Tyrone and I beat AIDS.
Coronavirus ain't shit.
Yeah, shit. Hurry up, nigga.
Put that motherfucking cigarette out.
Right. Oh, shit.
No, man, I love it. I'm looking forward to, so what I'll probably do here as we wrap this up is this will probably be the end of what you're listening to right now. Will probably be the end of episode 118 because we went long enough where chop this in two, because I know people's sometimes their lust for life might not be enough to sit here for an hour and a half. So we'll cut them in two, make them 45 minutes each. And
or niggas is quarantine. You got all day, nigga.
Right. The quarantine extravaganza.
Yeah, we'll break it up for you niggas. It's like a good book in a series, nigga.
Right. Part 1, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Right, because at the end of the day, my niggas.
Man, it's the beginning of the night, and when it's past 8 o'clock, get the fuck off the road because you gotta go home. Nothing's open anyway.
Right, nothing's open, nigga. Just go through the drive-thru if you got to. That's in your car. Drive through, go home, get the fuck out of there.
Truth.
Keep it real, niggas. All right, my G, stay COVID free, nigga.
All right, man.
All right.
Peace.